Hey y'all, we're back. It is day 129 on the free-to-play Mystery Shard only account, and it is also day number 2 of the Gnut Fusion. So we've had a lot of progress in the last 24 hours since the last update. At the end of that video, I talked about how I had recently rebuilt Artak in a new build where we made him much faster than he was before. And I turned my camera off at the end. I never turned back on, but we'll just take a look at this. So just a reminder of what that build is. He's about 68,000 health. He's 2,300 defense, almost 2,400 defense, 245 speed. This is the major improvement from the build before. And then he's got 282 accuracy and 236 accuracy and 282 resistance. This build has been wonderful. I've been loving this build. So a few things it's enabled us to do. One, we can now solo stage 24 of the spider, or sorry, stage 24 of the spider. This is the green affinity stage. This is honestly probably the best stage to be farming. 24 and 25 are pretty mixed. You get slightly more 6-star legendary gear in 25, but you get more champ training points and EXP per energy. Or more, not champ training, but like dungeon divers and points, like other stuff like that kind of points, in 24. So we're happy to farm there. I mean, eventually we want to get into hard, right? Hard would be better, but I don't think we're at that point yet. I did do 25 though with a full team, and I tried on hard and he failed to solo it. I don't know. I could maybe actually beat hard spider with higher level teams, but I think I'm not going to worry about that quite yet, because I think Gnut will make a huge difference for pushing in hard spider. And so I don't know. I'm just not sure I want to push at that point with Artak yet, but we'll see. We're just developing this build, and I don't want to waste resources right now testing a bunch of different stuff and tuning while we're trying to make sure we get this fusion done. Other things that it allowed him to do: we can now solo Dragon stage 20 very well. I've run this a few times and it's been very consistent, no problem, and going pretty great. I did also solo stage 24. The solo fight with stage 24, basically, like, he died and Brimstone procced and killed the dragon. So I've only run it once. I'm not sure if it's 100% consistent, but it's definitely something on my radar as being part of the solo farm. When we have the dragon tournament coming up in a few days, I might try and do 24. One way I can make it a lot more reliable is we have 6,500 of these area bonuses that I'm not using anywhere. So I might dump them, a bunch of them, into the stats. Really for Spider, he needs HP, defense, speed. Maybe a little bit of accuracy wouldn't hurt, because his accuracy is a little bit lower than I would prefer it to be at 235. But yeah, we can take advantage of the area bonuses to get his stats up. And I think we can get him to farm 24 pretty consistently. Of course, other options are to actually run full teams. I'm torn on that right now. Definitely during the fusion, I don't think it's worth it. After the fusion, I have mixed thoughts. Like, we're still in the stage of this account where we really want to be leveling up a lot of champions. Like, on my main account, I'm kind of bummed that I can't farm certain dungeons like Spider with food. But at the same time, I can farm Sand Devil with food, and I can farm Dragon with food and other stuff. And it's just not as important on like an end game account, because I only level champions for champ training. Like, I don't care about leveling champions to actually get new champions most of the time. Like, if I want a champion, I have tons of chickens and things like that. But this account still needs a bunch of champions leveled. So I'm kind of leaning towards sticking towards the lower tier dungeons where we can level food at the same time. Okay, so that's what's going on with his build. Really happy with it. We did rebuild Arbiter because we stole some of her gear. So basically, some of the gear that was on Artak in his old build is now on Arbiter, including his chest, which is this resistance chest. It's funny how I keep using resistance chests on like all these champions. Like, I mean, come on. Honestly, I think I mentioned this before. I don't even have a speed piece this good on my main account for a chest. I don't have any triple rolls on my chest. I can't believe I got one here on this account. Would love that on my main account, actually. But yeah, anyway, Arbiter, she's got the resistance chest that Artak was wearing in the past. She's got HP percent boots. So that's big, because HP percent gives better value than speed in the boot slot. You actually, boot slot speed, like, because speed stat is so important, we always put champions in speed boots, but at endgame, you get more value in terms of your stats out of a non-speed boot. You get more HP than you would speed. I think you can get, so if we think about it, a speed piece is 45% speed, and you can get a 6 roll on speed, so it's what, 5 rolls worth of speed, whereas for a boot you can get up to like 70%, and I think your percentage stats can roll 7. So yeah, I'd have to double check that math, but it's I think the HP and defense percent is slightly more stat efficient. So anyway, moral of the story is we've got her at 210 speed, which isn't great, but because we have some of these other like triple roll speed pieces and pieces with speed in other places, it's okay. Because we're making her a lot tankier. So if we look at her build, she's got 70,000 health, 2,500 defense, and almost 300 resistance. So this is a really nice Arbiter build for like that tanky rock that can serve as our reviver healer kind of thing. I would like to have her faster. I mean, ideally, if I could get her these stats and have her like 250 speed, that would be amazing. But right now, we're just taking what we can get. 210 speed is where she's at. So a little bit slower than she was before, but significantly tankier. Cool. So I'm really happy with that build. I do need to build Delaja. I'll probably build her during the next artifact enhancement event. So we have this one that's going on for another 1 day, 13 hours. I did finish it. I don't know if I'm going to go for the legendary Chaosaur. It's only a 5-star, and we do have a lot of artifact enhancement events during this fusion, like back-to-back. So I'm probably going to save my silver for that, but I did finish it up, get the Lone Blade Riob from this while we were building Arbiter and Artak and all that kind of stuff. But I do think I want Delaja because I think I am going to need her to get through the Scarab boss on floor 100 if we can get there. Although it is a big question of if, because I don't know, it's getting pretty sketch. So after stream yesterday, I did get through this Scarab boss. I basically just had to keep running it over and over and over again. It took like 20 minutes per run, and then sometimes it would fail like really close to the end. Because if Artak eats too many crits, he would die basically. But I was able to get through it eventually. Once I'd finished using all my other resources, I just put it on started up the run, clicked RSL helper, and just let it run, and then like came back and it was like an hour later, and it was finished. So we did get through Scarab on floor 50, which is beautiful. Now we have to get through Nether Spider on floor 60. The last Nether Spider was kind of challenging, so I'm not making any promises that I'm going to be able to do it. I'm hoping that we can use a similar strategy before, especially since Arbiter's in a little bit better build. But we'll see. We might not be able to get through it. I don't know, like, you can't really use Artak on that fight because of the spiderlings, but maybe there's a world where we can figure out how to do it. I don't know. Yeah, probably not, actually. So that fight's going to be a little tricky. Gnut would definitely help with that. Ooh, excuse me, that fight when we get him. So we'll see if we can make any progress there. Okay, in terms of other things, we did pick up the rare from the Spider Tournament. We finished the Spider Tournament completely. It's a CVC right now. It's not personal reward, but it's still a CVC, and it's a Spider, and so people love to run a lot of Spider during CVC. So I don't really have any delusions about winning this tournament. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to get this many points on this tournament anyway. I'm a little bit torn about where I want to spend my energy. To be honest, even after we finish Spider, I've just been farming Spider still on stage 24 because I want the silver for this artifact enhancement event. We still need to do the dungeon divers as well, so we need to be picking up points here. I don't think we'll have any problem getting this done, but yeah, I don't know. I just need to be spending my energy there. In terms of the champ training, I mean, this is going to be honestly a complete joke. I have already gained 3,600 points, and I have not even started to try. It's been so easy because we've just been getting so much leveling done in Spider. Like, don't get me wrong, I have been taking a bunch of champions to 4-star, but I haven't been going out of my way to make these to get points. Basically, the only thing I'm doing differently is when I fill up my whole inventory with 3 stars, I put food in them, or I put a couple of brews in them before I take them to 4-star. And now we've got tons and tons of 4-stars. Look at this. How many we have? That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 25. 25 4-star champions, not counting the rare, that are totally ready to accept brews, and that I'm just, they're just sitting there ready to go. I haven't even been trying this. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I might actually try and pick up the legendary book or something. I'll need to, like, when we get down to the wire, when we have, like, I don't know, 12 hours left, I'll need to think about how, like, if it's worth it to try and get this legendary book. I'm a little concerned because I'm going out in town for like a day at the end of the week, so I have to think about how I'm going to manage things while I'm there. But just getting an extra 7,000 points, because we already have to get here to pick up a legendary book, is a pretty good deal, especially when you get a Mortal Soulstone and everything on top of it. But I don't know. I'll have to make sure I have enough to do the next champion training as well. But yeah, that's going pretty well. I haven't even checked on Clan vs. Clan. It looks like we are winning, so that's nice. Maybe pick up some more Blood Shield accessories. Got all the milestone rewards, so that's great. Actually, you know what? Let's claim these, because we can go ahead and spend some of our clan gold. All right, we're going to check the Altar of Souls as well. I want to get... Oh, yes, dude! Check it out! We got a Gnut Soul! Hell yeah! Awesome! Okay, I'm going to buy that right now. I do want to get at least one Brimstone Blessing on Gnut. I kind of want to focus on our attack, and I think it's really important not to get distracted and buy other champions, but Gnut in particular, because I want to use him in Clan Boss instead of Rhonda. It's really, really important to get this Brimstone, so I am going to buy this Gnut Perfect Soul right now. Or Split Soul. I guess it is a Perfect Soul because it's level 1. Or they're kind of the same, aren't they? Alright, let's claim that real quick. Mini pack. I got so much energy banked up too that I'm not gonna need. It's nice. All right. We need 20 of these, right? Yeah. Okay. Buy that. Awesome. So we'll have that ready to go as soon as we can actually pick Gnut up from the fusion. Cool. So what other things do we have going on? Clan versus Clan. We were going to spend our stuff. So for Clan versus Clan, there weren't that many Tag Arena tournaments. There was no win top place or top 3 in a tournament, which is kind of a bummer because I did that last night. There's only like one Tag Arena, and yeah, and I don't know, there weren't a lot of great quests. So what I ended up taking was increased attack in Tag Arena, which we already finished. We also put HP burn on Spider's Den, which is easy because we're farming normal still. So we did that with Artac. We'll claim those. And the last one is a decreased attack on Dragon, which we'll have no problem doing with Artac because he puts it on when he is doing that fight. And we have a Dragon tournament coming up in a couple days. That's the one that's after the Spider tournament. So we'll get that done there. I'm not going to rush it in the meantime, though, because I know we'll get it done eventually. It kills me because I really kind of want this Chaos Ore, but it's just too expensive for this level of this account. But, oh, man. The 6-star Legendary Chaos Ore is like the thing I always look for. We're going to go ahead and buy all of our Yakarl fragments. Awesome. And then, yeah, I think we're just going to spend it on these accessories. Cool. Okay. I'm like a little bit torn on spending on these accessories now because I've just been farming so much Spider. And now that we're on farming Spider 24, it's like I'm getting a lot of really good accessories. So it's definitely way less important than it used to be to farm or to buy those counterattack ones. But I don't know. We'll do it for now. They're still good. Still good. Okay. What else do we want to do while we are here? We can double check our advanced quest. Do we have any Faction Wars bosses? Nope. Defeat Faction War stage without losing a champion. Cool. Oh yeah, we had 3v3 ended, yeah, yesterday. Or not yesterday, the day before. But yeah, it's been going well. I've been farming 3v3. Had to use a ton of tokens for the CVC. Actually, let me see. How many points have we contributed to the CVC? 35,000, man, it's crazy how little points you contribute to CVC when you're like early on. I feel like if I'd done the same amount of effort on my main account doing like gold 4 through CVC and you know, like stage 21 faction wars, it would be like a, you know, 3 times that, 4 times that. All right, anything else to go over? Still hitting up the Forge Pass every day. Classic Arena with Spirit, that's good. Upgrade boots, that's easy. Cool. Defeat Void. Where am I going to find Void champions? Might honestly just get that done in Arena. Yeah, I think that's it. If you're following along with the Gnut Fusion, just keep in mind you still have Dungeon Divers. This is going to overlap with the Dragon Tournament, so keep that in mind, that we will be farming a bunch of Dragon. Make sure you do your artifact enhancing and your champ training. But yeah, we're cruising along. It's going to be pretty easy so far to get all this stuff done on this account. No problem at all. So yeah, I will sign off here, and I will see you in the next one tomorrow. Have a good one. Cheers.